April is the sweet spot for starting summer flowers from seed. With longer days and warmer weather, you no longer have to rely on expensive indoor heating mats to get things growing. I'm going to show you the 3 foolproof germination techniques required to get any summer flower seed to sprout successfully. You only need a few basics: pre-moistened potting soil, small pots, your assorted seed packets, a standard nail file, and a plastic misting spray bottle. Before you start planting, you have to sort your packets. Seeds are not one size fits all, and their physical shape dictates exactly how they need to go into the dart. This chart shows the 3 distinct groups you'll be working with: hard and chunky seeds, tiny dust-like seeds, and medium to large seeds with sensitive root systems. Correctly matching a seed's physical size and shell type to its specific planting method is the precise formula for a thriving summer garden. Let's start with the first group: chunky seeds. Plants like nasturtium, lupines, and sweet peas produce seeds with thick, waxy coats. That heavy shell acts as a biological hurdle. It naturally prevents water from entering and signaling the plant embryo inside that it's time to grow. To solve this, we use a process called scarification, which is simply manually breaching that protective shell. Take a standard nail file and gently nick the outer edge of the seed. Alternatively, you can drop these hard seeds into a bowl of water and let them soak for several hours. You'll know the prep was successful when the seed coat looks physically scuffed from the file or noticeably swollen from the water. Be careful not to crush the seed entirely. You are only trying to lightly break the waxy barrier, not destroy the center. Once they are prepped, push these newly scored seeds just barely beneath the surface of your moist soil. By physically breaking that waxy barrier, you create a path for moisture to enter, transforming a dormant seed into an active, sprouting plant. Moving to the opposite end of the size spectrum, we have tiny, dust-like seeds. This group includes snapdragons, black-eyed Susans, sweet William, and creeping phlox. The most common beginner mistake is taking these tiny seeds and immediately burying them under a layer of potting soil. Biologically, these specific seeds are light-dependent. They require direct light exposure to trigger germination. Instead of burying them, gently scatter these seeds directly on top of your pre-moistened soil without covering them. Press them lightly with your finger to establish contact with the damp dirt, leaving them fully exposed. For these specific light-dependent varieties, resisting the urge to bury them is the literal difference between life and death. Our final category covers medium to large seeds like calendula, zinnias, and sunflowers. The standard rule for this group is to push them about ½ inch down into the dirt. Sunflowers have a specific structural requirement. They must always be planted with the pointed side facing directly down. Sunflowers, as well as lupines, demand individual, isolated pots. They develop sensitive, deep taproots that will fail if they get tangled with other roots or disturbed later. For zinnias, starting them indoors protects them from a completely different threat. Young zinnia leaves are smooth and crunchy, making them a favorite snack for hungry slugs outside. Giving these larger seeds adequate depth and strictly isolated growing space ensures the undisturbed root foundations required for massive summer blooms. Now that your seeds are planted, you need to maintain the proper indoor April environment to bring them to life. Put away your traditional heavy watering can. Pouring a stream of water will violently blast your delicate surface-sown seeds entirely out of their pots. You need a gentle mist like this. Exclusively use a spray bottle to apply a heavy mist to all the pots. Place your pots on a bright, sunny windowsill, where the natural room temperature consistently sits between 70 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Keep the soil evenly moist, but never completely soggy. On mild April afternoons, you can even move the pots outside for some direct warmth. By pairing exact seed preparation techniques with consistent windowsill warmth, you guarantee yourself a robust tray of healthy seedlings ready to plant in the summer garden.